Jason Wydrow, your host of OnlineStrategyPodcast.com. So, the topic for today is a question that I've received on numerous occasions, and I thought it was only proper to answer the question publicly. So, the question is, what is a website overhaul? Also known as a website revamp, redesign, remodel, and the likes. So, under this name, overhaul, basically what it means is there's an existing website, and that existing website is outdated. It is outdated for functional reasons, for visual reasons, and for social media reasons. So, as part of my evaluation process, what I do is I kind of have a mathematical procedure on how I figure out what elements of the website need to be upgraded. The beauty of it is that it's a cost-effective solution normally to go this route instead of reinventing the wheel on the entire website. So an overhaul or a modernization or revamp, or three different ways you could describe this, are really, just think of it like a house. You're putting it, you're painting the house, you're finishing it up, you're cleaning it, you're modernizing the plumbing, you're modernizing the electrical, whatever it is, right? So it's really a modernization. And I find all the main points of modern business, look for those elements, and that's what I propose to upgrade. And, normally, really, it's a pretty comprehensive thing because let's say, some sites I've had dropped on my desk for work were actually developed in 1997. And that's a in years speaking, that's not too long ago. But in technology, that is a long time ago. We've come a long way since 1997. So, a website like this is dropped on the table, and I look at it and go, "Wow, okay, so this has a tremendous amount of overhaul required," and not to mention, there's a whole other part of this overhaul that is overlooked way too often, and it actually creates problems. See, and this is going off into a bit of a different subject. This is a really important matter that you as a business owner have to consider. When you take a website that is embedded in the search engines, like Google, for example, and your pages are listed and indexed, meaning they're showing up and you can search Google, find your pages, and that's how you're getting some of your customers. This upgrade and monetization can be a dangerous process. Now, it's not dangerous in every scenario, and I'm not going to instill fear in everybody about doing a modernization because there's just a proper way to go about doing it to ensure that your links and the resources that link to your site and those search results are maintained so that the chances that you lose any business are nil or next to nothing. Or if anything, what the point is to advance your possibilities in the search engine because of the modernization, because of cleaning up the code, because of taking the weight off. The old things, and you have to think about the search engines as well. The algorithms that are used have changed over the years as well. So whatever it was in 1997 that's on this website might be 10 times better today if it was done a different way, in a modern way, might be a lot more interpretable by the search engine. So that's another thing to consider. Now, so a revamp overhaul, a website overhaul really is a really important thing. And it's just like I'm going to give another number here. And it's interesting because it's kind of a normal routine, but because technology moves so fast, when I started building websites in 98, So I realized it was about a 2 to 3 year cycle of shelf life of a website before it required a new remodel, a new overhaul. But the point of that is that each time the overhaul occurs, normally it's less and less maintenance. It's less and less production time or work. So essentially what you're doing is more evolving the site, and generally less and less is being done. Now, that of course wouldn't include some major functional upgrade or some competitive edge factor, upgrade or something else that was built into the site that was, a new thing that came out or whatever that this website might need or want for its customers. So excluding all that, which is just other technology advancements, standard overhaul, the design, the visual aspects. For example, one of the most common overhaul projects are Flash-based sites. And Flash is, I'm just not going to get into the technical terms of it, but you probably remember like in 2003 through 2006, there were websites, when you open the home page, there would be text flashing in and out and things spinning and coming in and out. And it was basically like animations of different kinds. And even the buttons, would be very animated and all these different sounds and animations, right? Well, a lot of this has been replaced with modern technologies. All of it has been replaced with modern technologies, although Flash can still be used for specific applications, and it still is. But for your general business website, it's not near as common as it was. And for good reason, because it wasn't really suitable for what business owners were trying to achieve with the internet. And it wasn't cost effective to develop with either. But it does have its place, and it still is in major use by some major companies today, and very valuable in that sense. So what I want to end off with is, if you have a website, if your website hasn't been redesigned or reworked in 2 to 3 years, it's definitely worthy of having it reviewed, having it looked at and evaluated to ensure that it is updated up to times and most effective that it can be based on modern technology. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. Covered a few little topics. Hopefully they were helpful. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have an awesome rest of the day, and catch you later. OnlineStrategyPodcast.com is brought to you by JasonWydrow.com, OnlineStrategyPodcast.com, and W3Developing.com.